Hey everybody, welcome back. Starting a new kit that's not new at all. This is a Ford Thunderbolt by Revell, and it was pretty old. It's got, well, I say pretty old. 1990 copyright. It's probably pretty close. I haven't looked at scale mates to see when the actual release was, but obviously it had to be at least 1990. This is a kit that I have had for a little while. I actually bought 3 kits just like this off eBay. I think my bid ended up being like $65, so I've got 3 of these. I've got this one, and there's 2 more up there. One at the Tasca I bought separately. They're all the same, the same year, just different graphics and paint colors. And I also have a Thunderbolt here that my dad bought back then. This one I had started on, and in normal fashion, I had ruined the paint on it. So I soaked it for like 6 months in brake fluid, and literally, I had a time getting it off. But anyway, it's pretty much back down to the plastic where I can do some light sanding and get a coat of primer on it. But I'm going to start this. The decals are in great shape. At least they look like it. I don't see any cracks or anything in them, so they're going to turn out good. The chrome on this thing looks phenomenal. It almost looks like aluminum rather than chrome, which is great. But these cars were, my dad was a Ford guy, Ford fanatic, and he would talk about the Thunderbolts and stuff. This was in the years that he was coming up, and he remembered hearing cars like this. As a matter of fact, is the one that Gas Rhonda drove. So it's a cool kit. It's made by Revell. It's got some age on it. I wouldn't build it if it was the only one I had, but being I bought 3 of these, and then that one, I'll probably keep one of each to not build one of the Tasca and one of the Russ Davis. But anyway, yeah. So this body it's going to be nice because now that I've begun to use bare metal foil, this kit, the body lines are very well defined. So I'm going to be able to do the bare metal foil, and hopefully it turn out pretty decent. If you guys, I don't know how many of you know the history of this car. This was one of those somewhat of a factory Ford muscle car. It wasn't done at the factory. Ford didn't build them like this, but you guys in the comments can update me. But as far as what I understand, the cars were sent to another, kind of like a Shelby, like they would do, and then they would turn the cars into full-blown race cars. But it would have a 427 side oiler, 2 4-barrels, and it would have the ducted. These would duct in from the 2 missing inner headlights, so you would have like almost a ram air. But this kit has some great detail as I'm looking at it. Some of the parts, how they're it's going to be a fun build, and get to put the decals on it. So I'm going to get started on it. I'm going to get some wet sanding or some light sanding done to this body so I can get some primer on it and the hood as well, and start getting some paint on some stuff, gluing a few things together so I can get them painted, and we'll see how this thing starts off. So you guys just stand by for a minute. Alright guys, so I've got quite a few parts painted. There's lots of stuff that's painted over here. So I got a lot of things drying. I'm going to work on the body now. Got the red paint mixed. Hopefully this turns out good. This is red, like gloss red, Tester's paint. And I added, and I hope I don't ruin it by doing this, but I added a little bit of this gloss coat to it, and then I used my automotive reducer. And it's medium reducer is what it is. It's just a can I had that my dad had. Works pretty good. So I've got the body in primer. It's nice and dry, so I'm going to set the camera up and I'm going to try out my new airbrush. I've not sprayed anything through it, so hold on just a second. I'll get her set up. Here it is with the engine mounted in the chassis. So the engine turned out great. Looks pretty good. I tried to look at some actual pictures of what the 427s look like. If you'll notice, the valve covers are not chrome like you will see. The majority of them are chrome. The reason I went gold is because this kit being old and shaking around in the box, the chrome was kind of scratched up really bad on the valve covers. So they did on some of these older FE engines would have gold valve covers, and I think the gold valve covers look kind of cool. So I went ahead and painted them gold, and I've got the decals there on them. So it's a sweet looking. This kit is very detailed and greatly detailed. So I'm getting the suspension and all. Sorry, my camera's not wanting to focus. The wetness is from the accelerator. I just sprayed some on the glue. I went in, highlighted my coil springs, and I'll go in with a little bit of dry brushing. If you just look at that, I mean, it just looks like just black paint. So I just want to go in there and give it a little bit of life. So I'll go in there and lightly dust it up, or give it the effect of dusting it up. The paint turned out good, and so I've got to get the bare metal foil out and start getting the chrome. There's quite a bit of chrome on this, but the lines are really good. So that's nice to know that the chrome lines. I've got the light. That's what the problem is. The light is on this, so that's why I'm having a hard time focusing. The actual light is on, but so yeah, I'm gonna get started on the bare metal foil. Get this all completed. Get the tub put together, and got the steering wheel right there. It's ready to go in. So yeah, it's going along. It's pretty quick kit to build. It's not going to take long at all. So I will do a two-part video because I don't want them to be so long. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. And again, the engine's looking really good in my personal opinion. So we'll see what it looks like here in a little bit. Stand by. Okay, so got the tub built, and It's not really installed onto the chassis, it's just sitting there. Got that in, and it's ready to mate up into the body, which I have now got some started on the bare metal foil, and it's turning out really good. The way they have the black stripe inside the chrome, which it make, you know, it's no problem on this kit because the lines are just wonderful for doing this bare metal foil. What I did was I took a black Sharpie, and oh, I've already done this side. Okay, and so where the foil goes, yeah, okay, so this is a groove. You can't really tell, but there's two pieces of chrome on. There will be two pieces of chrome on each side of where it's black there. So I just took the marker and I just went down the center of it and blackened it out. And then you add the single piece of foil. Here, let me get a pointer. When you add the single piece of foil across all this, you just cut. You cut the top and you cut the bottom all the way around and pull it off, and it's still got the piece over the center. Then you go in and you just run your razor knife right along the top edge and then along the bottom edge, and because of that marker there, the foil doesn't really stick to that black. It peeled off really nice, and you get that with the black down it. So it's turning out great. I'm really happy with this. I'm happy with how my engine is going to look in there, and of course it's going to have the I flat coated all this aluminum. If you'll look in the magazines and things, the aluminum, or the if there is, it's not much chrome, it's more like aluminum. So this deal goes on top of the carbs, and that's the ducting for the carburetors. So that's going to go out through through this, which this mounts into the body. It doesn't actually mount to the frame, but that would be like that. And then those hoses ducked into that, and so that thing had like a ram air. Had ram air before ram air was cool. But anyway, so yeah, this thing's turned out good. Oh, and my hood, didn't think to show you, I blacked out where the screen would be. You can see they did the same thing there. I have seen some guys actually they found some kind of little screen and they actually used a real screen. So it's gonna look, let me get that off of there. Well, it's got these little notches to keep the hood from going on. Anyway, let's see, get the darn thing on. Oh well, there's the hood on it. So hey guys, it's looking pretty good. I'm actually it's going along a lot quicker than I expected. Well, that's because it's a Revell kit, and I'm not bashing any other of the manufacturers. Round Two, thank you Round Two for all you do for our hobby. But man, Revell, I don't know what word would describe their parts, but they're very crisp in the way they fit. They fit very well. They're working with newer stuff. You can obviously tell. I mean, this kit is 30 years old, but Revell has had high quality, very high quality. It's just, what do you like? Some people like A&T. Some guys used to like Monogram. Revell, I think Revell owns Monogram now. So anyway, guys, I'm going to end this video here. This is going to be part one of the Russ Davis Ford Thunderbolt build. When we come back, it may be just a two-part video. I may stretch it out to three, probably just two. We'll hopefully we'll see the entirety of the I think I'll come back and I will do some recording of me doing the bare metal foil, not just a video clip of it done. I know we need to share the information here, and so I'll come back on part two and we'll do some bare metal foil and get the windows in. And really, once the windows are in, I think I'm going to black out the headliner and the window post and things like that and get them black. after I wrap the bare metal foil around the window post. And this thing will be practically ready to go. I'll have a few things to do. I think on the, yeah, obviously on the grill, I'll black it out. And check it out too. This thing comes with 2 different style wheels. And they're both period, you know, vintage looking. So how cool is that? But yeah. So it's coming together quick. It's going to look awesome. The paint turned out great. By the way, I didn't brag on my new airbrush. Worked wonderful. So I've been using a Harbor Freight, wherever it's at, I don't see it right now, but an old Harbor Freight air gun, and it's gotten me by, but I never was happy with the results. Then I bought this. Oh, here they are. Then I bought this sorry look-alike type of thing off of where'd I get it? What is this? A master airbrush, it says. I bought this thing off of Amazon. Hey, any of you guys, if you don't have an airbrush, I'd be happy to give you this one, but you wouldn't be happy with the results you get. So I've used these. I used the new one just a few times. It was such a piece of junk. I just quit with it. So I went back to my old Harbor Freight gun, and then, but when I got this just recently, it was so much worth the money. It works so great. But anyway, enough of that. All right, so I'm gonna cut this video here. If you would, please like, subscribe, and comment. Tell me if you know anything about these old Thunderbolts. My dad would tell me stories, and you know, he would go to the drag strips as a kid, and I think he might have seen a couple of these run, and you know, interesting stories people have. I wasn't around at that time, but you know, strike up a conversation. Tell me about the any of the Thunderbolts if you've ever seen one. If you've ever seen one at a car show. I don't think I've ever seen a Thunderbolt period in person. I don't think I have. They're pretty rare, kind of like a Shelby Cobra, a real one. They're pretty rare. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting my channel. If you would, again, please subscribe. If you like this video, you can hear the train in the background. It comes by my house about this time every night. Really slow and really annoying. Anyway, guys, have a great one. That's so annoying. We'll catch you later, guys. Take care. Bye.